Hey everybody, we are back.
We are back in the cabin. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Sunday evening. We are live. We are alive, and we're ready to rock.
Okay, we're going to do a little bit of sharing here on Facebook, so you guys make sure go get your beverages, get your snacks, get your questions ready, because we're talking some turkey tonight.
Yes, we are.
Might as well. It's almost turkey season, right?
Yes.
Why not? All right, let's see what we got going on here. Make sure we turn down my volume. Hey, Devin Keller on. All right. Hey, Dan's fan club is on.
That's right.
It's all good. It's all good stuff. Yeah, I've kind of figured out this new way to share. Hey, Phil, what's going on? Phil Smith's watching, chiming in. Everybody's getting on board here.
Because they know it's Sunday night.
It is Sunday night. Yes, you're right, Danny. It is Sunday night.
Jason Sacco.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason. What up?
Let's see what we can do here. See if I can do this the old-fashioned way. There's a couple different ways I can make this work really quick. There we go. Okay, there's my page. And you know what, guys and gals out there, whoever's watching that's on right now, we'd appreciate if you'd go ahead and share as well. You know, let's get a lot of people in here.
Share us all out there. Do us a favor and share us.
That's right. Let's have a grand old time.
Right.
One more and I will be ready to go. As soon as I can, we'll figure out which button to hit here. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's high and dry. I guess that's the bigger thing. You know, here in Michigan,
I think today
the Midwest has been crazy.
Sometime today, the rivers were supposed to crest out and start going back the other way.
Be done. Hey Tim, what's going on? Yeah, you see those calls up front? I wonder where those came from. I think those are out of West Virginia, if I'm not mistaken.
They might be.
Yes, sir. Hey Jason, what's going on? Good to see you, bud.
Oh, Tim, you haven't seen them yet. You just see that shot. Just wait.
Yeah, just hang on here. We'll well, you know what? Let's give Tim
little tease.
Let's give Tim a little sneak peek here. Let's see if I can make this thing work here real quick.
Yeah. Oh, Tim. Now what do you think?
There you go. There's a nice little close-up shot of what we're going to be talking about tonight, folks.
That's right.
All right.
NASCAR number 4-1. Okay, so who's number 4?
Harvick.
Wah, wah.
I like our NASCAR update. That's good here. Hope everybody's doing good.
Yes.
It's been a good week. Well, let me put it this way. It's been a dry last half of the week. I actually missed a day of work because we had a little water we had to take care of.
Yeah.
It was not good.
You're not the only one. That's for sure.
So, yeah, we dealt with a little bit of water, but everything's high and dry. And
my basement sump pump is a humming.
Is it? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully things will get dry. I like the wind today. I mean, I know we talked about it being windy, but I really think
wind helps it dry out,
right?
get
it dried out. So,
yeah.
Are we ready to get going tonight?
I'm ready. Everybody out there ready? Yeah.
Okay. Everybody in live stream land, we've already got the first segment of the show done tonight.
Hey, Jason Radecki.
Due to the fact that we recorded an interview with Bill Epeards, PSE Elite Pro Staff, Mossy Oak Pro Staff.
He's been with PSE for 45 years.
45 years.
And a Mossy Oak for 29.
Correct.
So he's been
he's
been with a couple companies a long time.
Right. Yeah, he's a big turkey hunter as well. So he's if you go back and listen to the podcast, he's going to be the very first segment of the podcast tonight, which you won't hear here on the live stream. So. But let's get this show on the road. We're going to come into our second segment of the show here. You ready, Danny?
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back, everybody, to the Up North Journal, second segment of the show here on the live stream and the regular podcast as well.
Absolutely. You know, it's.
I kind of got lost there for a minute.
You kind of lost yourself there, but you recovered nicely.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, just a good recovery is always a good plan to have, especially when you're out in the woods, and you know, it's always good to have a recovery plan, but it's also good to practice.
Yeah.
In case you need that recovery plan.
Well, man, you got the table full here tonight, man.
I do. You know, this warm weather. Matter of fact, my brother texted me earlier this week, and said that he saw a flock of turkeys out in the field down where we used to live.
Okay.
And there was a couple strutting.
Okay.
So it was like, ooh, okay. You know what that means?
It's getting close.
It's getting close.
Closer.
And here we are. This is the last weekend in February.
Mm-hmm.
And the second and fourth weekends, you and I are going to be at Cabela's.
Yes.
Doing turkey.
Doing turkeys. Yep. Absolutely.
And so we figured, I was kind of figured, you know what, maybe a good time. Let's just go get the calls out. You know, maybe look at them, check them out, get the slick stick out.
Do some conditioning.
Condition them. We got a little test we're going to run tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I see something else that you got here. Let me get back over here to the wide shot here so we can see what's going on. You got something right there that
right
you just
here.
got back. And that, to me, does not look like a striker for a popcorn.
No. Okay, so during, I did this last year, and then I did it again this year. At a wild game dinner, they had a silent auction.
Okay.
And so what I did is I bidded on magna porting of a shotgun barrel.
Okay.
So I won it, and so this is the barrel I did this year. This is my 20 gauge Mossberg turkey gun that I'm using.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see this.
You know what? Let me go back to that tight shot, and
Here.
I'll let you stand up there and put it in front of the...
You can see right here. You can see right here. There's 2 rows.
You're going to have to talk louder, dude.
All right.
Here, you know what? Here.
Here.
Give me that.
Here.
You
do this.
that.
All right.
I'll go over here. I'll put it in front of the camera, and you
There
talk.
we go. All right. So what I'll do. So what we did is I won that, and what they did is they put.
That ain't going to work. Here.
They put 2 rows. There you go. 2 rows of EDM holes on each side of the barrel. So you get 4 total rows. There's 11 slots on each side, and it's magna ported. And those holes are pointed backwards of the barrel. So
I thought that when I looked at that,
yep.
they looked like they were backwards. It sure looked like
Yes.
it to me.
And what that does is it takes the gases and it pushes it back to reduce the recoil and the kick of, the lift of the front barrel.
You know, if you go over to our Facebook page about a week back,
Yes.
we did it on the trail with Tom Wright from Williams Gunsight and Outfitters here locally,
Yep.
the gun shop that I do some work with at Channel 12. And we did a story on muzzle brakes.
Yep.
So the science behind, he kind of explained a little bit of that, and they showed how that all works. But it's the exact same thing.
Exactly. And it's an EDM process. They do it two lines for the shotgun barrel on each side of center. And then hopefully in the next week or two I'm going to get this thing out, go shoot it, and see how my barrel's changed.
Okay.
Actually, this 20 gauge, last year that we shot it, I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're hoping that everything's okay?
well, that and it's going to be a little bit louder.
Yeah.
But
sure.
That's another thing I want to check into. Actually, also Lincoln Rome brought this up when we talked about that, right?
Yeah, when I made that post.
Yep. The earring protection. I think I want to maybe look into getting one of those game ears.
Okay, I know Bob Rich from the BR Shooting Drone. He's got the Squirrel Hunter blog over
Yes,
on Facebook.
yep.
He uses Pro Ears, and he said he simply loves them.
Pro ears.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's what he hunts with.
So
And he's got some hearing issues, as I do. I don't know. I don't think we've talked on the show, but I've got some hearing issues.
we talked about it
the
roughly
ringing.
last year. Yeah, the ringing in the ear.
Yeah.
So I had that done. I just got this back Friday, so I haven't even been able to put this on the gun yet. So I'm kind of excited.
You have to get out to the range.
Absolutely. So got the turkey choke. It's all ready to go.
Okay, now, typically, I know you won that at auction, but typically, what does that cost someone?
Typically, just this shotgun, simple shotgun here, retail value is $125.
Okay, $125.
Yep. So I think it's well worth it. I really am interested to see how it works on the 20 or 12 gauge that I had done last year.
You haven't shot it?
I haven't shot that one since I had it put on. I was using this gun
last year. Okay, so, I got you.
But we'll get those out. We're going to shoot them and see how it is. I'm excited.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah, so, we're getting into the spring thing. My brother texts me, says he's seeing some out there strutting, and flocks, and here there's Kevin Craven posted he saw a big flock out in the field. We got to get.
I haven't seen mine yet. The ones behind the house that I'm not allowed to hunt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole other story. But yeah, I haven't been able to see them yet this year. Jeffrey Lee Antis, hey Jeff, what's going on? He posts Williams and Flint did his 243. Did a great job, but they're loud. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's kind of playing out that you have the muzzle brake or you have the Magnaport done. You're gonna have to be aware of your sound.
Right. Well, the gun that they did in the video, if you do go watch it, was I believe it was a 300 Weatherby. And it was a screw-on muzzle brake.
Okay, yep.
So they shot it without it. We shot video and everything just to show the difference and slow-mode it down and everything. But, I had my hearing protection on. We're indoors in an indoor 4-lane shooting range. And, I knew it was going to be loud, but, oh, man. I jumped. But when they put the muzzle brake on, it was even louder.
Right, that's coming back at you. And
right, you could feel it,
use the concussion.
Yep, exactly. So.
Man, that's something.
But
excited to get that ready to get rolling. Get this. Definitely, you got to shoot the turkey guns. Make sure we were patterning.
Yep.
I picked up some shells yesterday for the 20 gauge, 3-inch, number 5s.
Okay.
I'm looking for my 12 gauge. They didn't have them. I probably got to go over to another. I went to a couple spots yesterday, but
okay.
I need the 2 3/4 shell.
Now, do you expect it to pattern differently?
I don't think so.
I don't know because I've never shot.
I don't think so.
Break on it.
I think it's just gonna be. It's gonna be the same. I think.
Yeah.
It's just. I'm just making sure that my scope isn't gone anywhere.
Right. Okay.
It should be. I'm expecting
your
it to be.
12 is scoped.
Yeah, they're both scoped. So.
Oh, you've got a scope that goes on this.
Yeah.
It's sitting back on the receiver portion.
Yep. It's I want to say dovetail mount.
Okay.
So.
Right on.
But yeah, they both got scopes. This one, matter of fact, has a True Glow turkey scope. And the other one is just a simple red dot.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm excited to get those out, get those shot, check the patterns. Plus, just to get outdoors. This rain being inside and everything.
I wanted to get out this weekend, didn't make it.
Right.
I tore the cabin apart.
You did a fantastic job.
Putting it back together?
That too.
Yeah. Yeah, I went from that wall to that wall, from that wall to that wall. I was looking for something. Still didn't find it.
Still can't find it.
No.
You know what, dude? I think, because it's black, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be here. It just, I don't think you've taken it anywhere.
I tore this place completely apart. I looked in every nook and cranny and every box that's in here, so.
Amazing.
I don't know. Anyway, so I tell you what, we're bumping up here on our second break. Why don't we step outside, we take our break, we come back. We've got about a half hour left in the show here. We can continue the live stream afterwards, but for the podcast portion here, let's get some business done, take a break, and we'll be right back after this. Okay, everybody, if you got any questions.
All right. Got any questions? Let us have them.
Ian Kelly's watching. Hey, Ian. Andy Everhart. Hey, Andy. Luke Sitton. Thanks for stopping in. Joe Conyers. Thanks for stopping in. So, if you guys don't mind, share the link and spread it around.
Please share it.
Let's get a crowd in here tonight.
Get us out there.
So I'm
Let us know Up North Journal is out and about on Sunday nights.
That's right. That is right. So.
Who wants to be watching the Olympics, right?
Is tonight the closing night?
It is.
Okay. All right.
You know, it's pretty good when the Russians are busted for doping.
In what sport?
Curling.
Oh, they're the ones that got busted for curling.
Yeah.
Yeah. How fast can you sweep that broom? You know.
Or how hard you got to chuck that rock, right?
Oh, give me a break. Come on, man.
I don't know.
I don't
you think you could have picked a better sport?
You know, I was talking with a guy at work this week, and he actually was watched the biathlon.
Yes.
He's not into guns, doesn't know that much about it, but he was really intrigued by the fact of the two extremes that you have to go through. You get the heart rate up and go as hard as you can, cross country skiing, and then you stop. You got to drop your heart rate so you can make the shot.
I was watching that, and I don't remember which one it was, but that's exactly right. You're hoofing it, and all of a sudden you come to a complete dead stop, and you were watching these guys along with the wind that they were having to fight, but you could just see them huffing and puffing, and they're trying to get that down.
Yeah.
I get them.
Mad respect.
What distance do I shoot my? They've got it set up for 25 yards, I think, over at Williams.
25 or 30. Ian asks, why do they even drug test the curlers? Right? Exactly.
No, that's a good one, Ian.
Okay, here we go. Stand by. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. Third segment of the show. Okay, we talked about the barrel here. Dan, we've made quite the display here in front here. Let's get another close up here and show everybody what we got going on tonight.
Yep. Just to cover a question from Tim, what distance do I shoot the gun into pattern at? I do believe they have it set up for 25 yards.
Okay, that's where you shoot it. You shoot
At Williams.
Okay.
At Williams. I think it's 25 or 30.
Okay.
I want to say it's 25.
I can't remember if it's 25 or 30. It's one or the other.
Yeah, it's right there.
When I see Tom this week, I'll ask him.
There you go.
But I will say this. The whole entire gun range is underwater. I was over there Thursday shooting this week's episode, and dude, it is like feet underwater all the way to the 100-yard berm. He says it's the worst it's ever been. So
okay.
So all right, back to what we're talking about.
Maybe I won't be going this week.
What do we got up here?
All right, so courtesy of our sponsor for Up North Journal this year, courtesy of Limb Walker's Game Calls out of Harts, West Virginia. Tim Cius, maker of these fine calls. As you see there, we've got the green one on the end is the plastic double-sided. That one has a glass over slate. You can flip that right there. Look at that. That's your glass over slate. The one next to that is the glass, and the one next to that is a slate. The two on top, we just got in, and those two are aluminum. They're almost identical.
Okay. Should I flip them over?
Yeah, flip them over. And Tim sent this up to us, and he's kind of asking us to check these out and give them a little workout and kind of give us his opinion of them. He did something a little bit different here on the back side of these. As you can see here, the hole in the center and the hole in the center of the other one are two different sizes. So, will that make a noise difference? Will one be louder, one be quieter?
I don't know.
There's only one way to find out, isn't there?
There's only one way to find out.
All right.
We have played with these just a little bit,
Absolutely.
Just to
so
be clear.
As we talk about these, and you're going to play the first one.
These are aluminum.
These are anodized aluminum calls, and all we've done to these, I talked to him today, matter of fact, about conditioning them.
Where's my Scotch-Brite?
Right here. We just took a little bit of Scotch-Brite, and we just kind of, there you go, just went around in a circle. Don't have to do much to them. They'll get a little bit as you wear them down, but just keep them conditioned. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
Nothing real special. And you also did your striker, which is a good thing in case some oils or whatever got on there. So play the first one, and let's see how this sounds.
Okay, I'm not going to say which ones are
Yeah,
which.
don't tell it.
I want you guys to listen to number 1 and number 2. I'm gonna play it from the same spot here. Let me put it up here just a little bit so that way everybody can see where I'm playing from. Make sure that they understand that we are switching. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's number 1. And this is number 2. Okay. Any difference? Did you notice any difference?
I noticed a slight difference.
Number 1 or number 2?
Number 1 seemed to have been louder.
A little louder?
Is that the bigger or the smaller hole?
It's bigger. That's like what we talked about.
Yeah. Now the striker you're using, which is one of your typical strikers that you're using.
This is one of my go-tos. This one is a Primos. It's a laminate striker. You can see I've got
there's a ton of strikers you can use.
20 different ones here.
Right, and so it's just one that he picked. This one
came with
the call.
With the Limb Walker calls.
Right.
That's still number 2. Okay. This is number 1.
One is sounding louder.
The first one?
Yep.
That was number 2, actually.
The first one.
That was still number 2 in my hand, the small. I think the bigger indication is what striker you're using.
Yep, I was just about to say, because you used this striker.
Yep.
And then you just went to that striker,
mm-hmm.
and it sounded different.
They did sound, and they should sound different.
Absolutely, because of
different types of wood.
Yep.
But between the two, that was number 2. This is number 1. Okay, let's go back. Number 1 again. And this one's number 2. And I'm playing basically in the same spot.
That one sounds quieter. A tad.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
Or maybe not quieter, maybe deeper.
Deeper? Okay.
Maybe deeper, that's the word.
It's number 2. Back to number 1. See the spot where I played here. Seems a little sharper.
Yeah, a little deeper. I think you're getting... so I think the holes are making a difference, but it goes to show you also that strikers make a difference, because you could also use this acrylic.
That one's not been shaped yet.
Right. We got to work on this, because Tim sent it to us flat.
He said that this striker, this acrylic striker, will play on a slate call when it's wet.
Yes.
I need to get some water in here.
Yeah, you do.
And we try it out.
Right.
But it's cut flat. I've not shaped it yet. So the reason he does is because he said everybody likes to kind of play things the way they want. It's like tuning your own guitar. You want to tune your strikers the way
you know what that is. That's a very good.
And I forget which ones we're playing now, number wise. But you got to hold it just right because I don't have it shaped yet. That's not a fair representation.
So there you go. So as far as the aluminum one, conditioning it, it's real simple to condition. So it'd be good to get these calls out there. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my other laminated striker that's... you're trying to steal it on me.
Yeah, that too.
You're trying to steal my go-to strikers, huh?
Yeah, trying to run with them.
You just notice high pitch. And that's the thing with the metal calls, the aluminum, copper, or whatever. It's to get that high pitch on a windy day.
Right. Jeffrey Leantis, ever listen to an actual live wild turkey? You just have to be close. Y'all, it's good to be close.
But on a windy day, and you got to throw a call.
Right.
That's
it's also good to be close and practice, because there's nothing worse than having them hang up at about 60 yards.
Right.
Because maybe you're just not that love pitch that he's looking for.
Well, that's the thing. I've got tons of calls, and I don't typically use box calls. I'll use a mouth call close, so I'm hands-free at that point. But, when I'm running and gunning, I might call with one call and not get a response, and I may take and change a striker and get a response, or I may change a call and get a response. It just depends on the way things are made and the material they're made out of and the way you play them,
Right, exactly.
Versatility. So, yeah, we've got 4 calls that we're going to be running with this year here, so.
And if any of these calls by Lim Walker, you just go over on Facebook. You go over to Facebook. You look up Lim Walker game calls. He's got them all listed there. He's got them all priced out with delivery. And
I'm sorry. Jacob Epeards just typed in and chimed in. He says, "Thanks, guys. Now you got me interested in turkey hunting."
Well, that's the whole purpose we're here.
That's why we're here.
Right. But so Jacob Abrams, you're interested in turkey hunting? Get on Facebook. Go over to Lim Walker Game Calls.
Yep.
Check him out. He's got the prices. The double-sided plastic one. That's a great turkey call.
That's the best deal. What that one cost?
That one is $35, I think, or $30 plus $5 shipping.
Okay, so you got a glass side, and then you got the slate side.
And there you go. Okay, so while we got that one on there, it's universal.
It is. Yep.
So we got the two. We got the. So now, how are you?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
I am conditioning the call. And what I'm doing is I'm roughing the surface up. We're going to give Jacob a little schooling here, you know, seeing how he's the guy that hasn't been turkey hunting.
Right.
So what I'm doing is I'm roughing this surface up, and I'm using my Primos slick stick here, and there is a rough side to the back here, and I'm using that, and I'm going straight across the call. I'm not making circles. I'm going straight in a straight line back and forth.
And you really typically, you don't have to, on the glass side, you don't have to make the rough all over. You can make it just in a little area.
You just want it rough enough for it to vibrate across.
That's right. All you're doing is playing across the vibration, the roughness.
Right.
That's what's making the call.
You see that striker plays deeper.
Yep. And you know what, Jacob, if there's one thing, if you've never been turkey hunting, what'll get you hooked is if you do that call and you get a response back and you start talking with a turkey, you're hooked.
I love that.
Isn't it? That's good.
That's good, man.
And that's the double-sided plastic.
Yep.
You go up on Limwalkers on Facebook. He's got the prices for all these. The double-sided glass over slate. It says $30 plus $5 shipping. Just get a hold of Tim and he'll get them to you ASAP.
That's right.
Now the next one, that's a double-sided, is a single-sided glass. The next one we got here, and all this is just the one-sided. Again, going with the glass, just kind of conditioning a little bit.
I'm trying to make the purr. I don't have the area scratched up big enough to.
There you go. And that's a glass.
I need to practice. I haven't played these in a year.
No, you haven't.
Okay,
So,
and the slate.
And then you got the slate.
I like slates mainly. They play softer. And like Jeff was saying when he chimed in earlier about playing close to them, you don't want to be throwing a bunch of loud calls out to them. The slate will play a lot quieter, a lot softer. Problem is, on a morning that's got a lot of moisture in the air,
Don't get it wet.
they get wet. Well, we got the acrylic striker this year.
Right.
So-
We got the acrylic striker that Tim says will play the slate when wet.
When wet, so that's something that we want to check out. And,
Right. Definitely got to remember that. And now, how do you condition the slate?
The slate, you use Scotch-Brite, piece of Scotch-Brite. Carry this with you in the woods. Because also, you'll clean the end of your striker. You just take it and just rub it around on the end like so. Because it'll load up as well. But you just take Scotch-Brite and you just go around in a circle, like what we did with the aluminums. And then rough that surface up, and then you're just making the call on top here.
There you go. And that's a slate call.
That's a slate.
So you've got glass, you've got slate, we've got aluminum. There's all different types of coverings that you can use in a pot call.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, but that's not the only calls they have out there. You also got on the table 2 box calls.
Yep.
That box calls are.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we save them? Let's go to a break. We'll come
All
back.
right.
And we'll talk about this.
We can do that.
Alrighty. We're gonna step outside, and we'll be right back after this. For those of you on the live stream, hang tight with us. Charles Barham, thanks for joining in.
Charles.
Get a glass of water and try. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will, but here's the problem, Charles. I don't have this conditioned yet. And in all fairness, I want to make sure that this is conditioned right. This acrylic striker. I don't have it trimmed. It's cut straight across, so I have to round it and shape it before I do that. But I will do that on the show live.
We will do that.
So me save this off real quick. Charles, you going to hunt out in Iowa for turkeys this year? Well, I got you here online. Danny, did you put in? You already put in for your hunt, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking the tag that's across the counter. So I did not put in for the lottery. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back, last segment of the show, everybody.
We're talking turkey calls.
Talking turkey. Okay, what I got here is chalk. This is not your standard chalk. You got to make sure you don't get chalk that has oil in it. It's very important. And
you can't use your Crayola crayon chalk.
Chalk, right. What we're doing is we're roughing up not roughing. We're applying this to the back of the paddle.
And one thing, and we're not sponsored by Primo, so we're gonna give them up. This slick stick is just awesome.
It's invaluable.
Comes with a piece of chalk. Comes with 2 pieces of Scotch-Brite. It comes with the rough and the semi-rough, I guess if you want to call it. But right there, carry that in your pocket. You can condition your calls while you're out in the field.
Well, here, real quick, what I like about it, like you said, it's got the rough and it's got the stone on the side. But right here in the end, it's hard to see, but there's a piece of Scotch-Brite in there. So when you're out playing this and you want to clean your peg, you just run it into the inside like so. Cleans the end of your peg out. You can pull this Scotch-Brite out, and you've then got a piece that you can actually clean your pot call with. And there's also one in the end here, and the reason that's in there is because it is holding
a piece of chalk, which you just dropped.
Just dropped. Probably into a puddle in the woods, so you can see there's a piece of chalk.
Yep.
So,
but for $10, you got everything there to condition any one of these calls.
Yep.
Whether it be a box call, whether it be a pot call,
and your peg.
And your peg.
Right.
So with that being said, 2 box calls. There you go. You just kind of drag it across, right?
This is an old Lynch. Not real old, otherwise I wouldn't have it out.
Right, as a Primos here.
Yeah, this is an all wood call. That's a composite box on that one. That's the first one I ever bought.
Oh, okay.
And ran in the woods with. Just didn't know what I was doing.
Well,
bought, whatever.
It's kind of funny about that. But this one actually is plastic.
Yeah, it's composite
on 3 sides. And on the side that it plays is the wood side.
Right.
And really, truthfully, if that broke, you could almost fix that because it's got the screws.
Yeah.
Kind of neat.
I don't know if you could buy replacement parts for that or not. I don't know. The thing I don't like about these box calls is when you're running through the woods.
Especially if you put it in your vest pocket.
It chirps.
Unless you get a rubber band and get that.
Yep.
But if you leave it go, you'll be walking.
And if you're hunting public land,
oh yeah,
then you got to worry about somebody hearing that and shooting your turkey.
Yeah, and trust me, they will.
Right.
They will. So we've got the box call. There's one more call that we're at here.
The mouth calls.
Your mouth calls.
These have not been cleaned this year or gotten ready, so I'm not even going to put them in my mouth.
Right, because what you should do, if you're using the ones from last year, that they've been sitting for a while, take them, dump them in some mouthwash for a few minutes, let them get decontaminated.
Let them get decontaminated, let them get lubricated again, let them get some moisture in them. I found one actually that the whole reed in it fell apart. It was so dry. Yeah. So.
Tim, besides the rubber band, is the paper towel as well.
Paper towel, okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There you go.
But as far as mouth calls are really cool in the fact that first thing you got to determine is what kind of mouth you have.
Yep.
I found out that the small framed mouth calls is what's for me. Tried the large, which I didn't know was different, and I gagged, of course. But
you learn to trim them down.
Either trim them down or you buy the small frame ones, and because I have a 50-minute drive to work and drive from home, I can practice on the way home, all the way, and bother nobody except me.
Without annoying your wife.
Right.
Like, see, okay, I'm gonna line these up here on one side. You can see it, that one in the front is actually narrower than the one in the back. If you can see it fair, I can't tell if you can or not.
Jeffrey Leanta says keep them in the fridge also.
I have heard that.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a guy that we used to hunt with that did that as well. That's one thing. Actually, I just found these. These are put away with a bunch of stuff when I was cleaning the office, and I thought I had lost my mouth calls. I didn't even have them last year, so.
Oh, so you found them?
Yeah, actually, I went out and bought one of the bat wings from.
Yeah, you bought it from Cabela's when we were there last year.
Yeah, and that's the one I ran with last year. But you know, truthfully, I don't even know if these will even play. I don't know if they will.
He says the mouth calls will last forever.
Do they?
He says so, but mine, I noticed, started to wear through.
Okay. Well, that one was so dry, like I said, it crumbled. But that was probably one of the first ones I had ever bought. But I don't know. I've got probably 5 to 10 of these things here.
You've got a container there that holds all your mouth calls.
Mm-hmm.
And here's another one, again by Primos.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a cool thing here. You open this up. It's magnetic. You can strap it to your leg.
Leg,
so
arm,
you can
whatever.
have it on your leg. You open it up, and it's got room for eight different mouth calls. And there's your bat wing, by the way. So that's a great thing. Great little tool to have. You won't lose your mouth calls. It's kind of cool. Kevin, you like that shirt? Me too. Absolutely. But there's all your calls. You got to start practicing them. Like I said, mouth calls you can practice to and from on your way to work. Just get them in your mouth. First thing you got to do is get in there. And if you just drive to work and just have it in your mouth when you start, if you've never done it before, just to get that feeling in your mouth.
Right. Just to practice to keep them from gagging.
Right, exactly.
That one's loud.
That is loud. That's your locator calls.
That's an owl hoot. I've got 3 or 4 different ones.
You got a few of them.
Yeah, I don't know where they all came from, to tell you the truth. Some of them may be Mikey's.
Oh,
from back in the day. This is one that I use in the field, along with my crow call. It's a little different. This is a pileated woodpecker call.
Oh, yes, okay.
This is pretty high pitched. But that's pileated, or I'm sorry, not pileated, it's a peacock.
Oh, a peacock.
Peacock. And we got peacocks around the corner here.
Do you really?
Yep. But it's another thing you can throw out there to try to get them to shot gobble.
Kevin says I can practice at work. Yeah.
Coworker of yours?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that would go over.
I think what you need to do is you and your coworker need to get maybe somebody get one of those rattle gobble calls, and then the other one have a pot call or mouth call, hen, and kind of go back and forth across the room at each other.
Right.
And then you can kind of get down. And you can start doing the strut.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, I'll be checked into the loony bin.
Right. They put you in a round room until you sit in the corner.
Right.
So, but yeah, we found I found most of these this weekend, cleaning stuff out, getting ready for the show coming up in March.
You found a whole box of stuff. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this box is full of pot calls and duck calls and predator calls and
box of calls.
Yeah, so.
Jeffrey Leantes. I have a couple custom turtle shell slate calls.
I have heard of those.
He can share some pics of them. Please do.
Please do. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see them. And actually, if you know somebody that makes those and they're fairly reasonably priced, let me know, because I'd love to collect pot calls.
You're going to have to get a turtle shell.
Well, maybe the person that sells them has some. Maybe he's got because here's the thing.
Okay.
You can't hunt turtles here in Michigan.
So if I find a dead turtle on the road that hasn't been squashed?
I don't know. You have to talk to somebody who can make them. But that's the thing is,
No, you can't hunt turtles.
You can't hunt turtles, no. Just like you can't hunt frogs. Or gig frog. You can't gig frogs in Michigan. They're protected. So that is what it is.
It is. So there's your whole gamut of turkey hunting calls.
Absolutely. So it's that time of year. Start practicing. Annoy the neighbors, annoy the wife,
Nor the dog.
Dog.
I was doing the aluminum today. I was doing them all. The puppy wasn't liking it. He just had his head cocked at me, looking at me in my office, barking at me.
Okay, we talked about all the calls. What's your favorite call? Favorite type of call to use, and why?
Okay, so I do like the pod call. I like the slate over glass. That seems to be one that I use a lot. Is a slate over glass.
Mm-hmm.
But in the last couple of years, I've taken up the mouth call.
Mm-hmm.
And the mouth call is getting really quick to be my go-to guy because you said it before. The less motion,
mm-hmm.
it's just in your mouth, and then it's just you can hold everything else still
mm-hmm.
and work it, right?
Right.
And then if you practice enough, you can take the mouth call and push it out. And I wear a mask, so I can push it out and let it sit in the side of my mouth. In my mouth all the time. But right now, my number one go-to is a pot call.
Okay. Yeah, that's my favorite by far. I love slate. Slate or slate over glass is my favorite to use. Slate 9 times out of 10, unless it's windy. I'll go to the glass, and now we've got the aluminum. If you've got a windy day and you're trying to throw a call for a long distance because you're not getting any reaction,
right?
You need to get loud. Those would play into that, but I love the softness of the slate, of the quietness, and I can control it. I can purr really easy,
especially on those mornings when there is absolutely nothing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Dead quiet.
Yep.
You're sitting there waiting for your time the hunting time,
mm-hmm.
and you really don't want to go loud because you'll hear it a country mile, and you just gotta do that soft
yep.
little purr, and it's amazing that they'll carry. I used to do the box call, but I'm finding I can get more with my mouth call, and then the box call is kind of staying home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, Tim C. It's a good point. Some states prohibit a turtle shell being moved across the state lines.
Oh yeah. There's with the amphibians, there's just a lot of regulations on that stuff. You got to be really careful about getting something or buying something and taking it. You got to make sure you can possess that in your state. So,
and to confirm what I just said, the little puppy is not liking it. He must be listening to the live broadcast.
Okay.
And you're probably driving him crazy.
Oh, good. Where's my call?
Yeah, go ahead. He's probably watching the screen, going, "What are those two guys doing?"
Right.
But I'm quickly learning my mouth calls, but my go-to one is definitely the pot call.
Yeah, mouth call I use to close the deal if they're hanging up. And you're talking about having it in your mouth the whole time. What I'll do is once I get set down, if I'm in an area where I'm ready to set and start calling, I'll put it out. I'll get it and put it in my mouth.
Yep.
And if I don't have it in the roof of my mouth, I'll take and I'll roll it and I'll put it in my cheek, almost like a pinch of tobacco.
Yep. You
and
put
I'll
it in
cheek and gum.
Yep.
And let it sit there. But that's kind of the way I roll. You talking about last year? I couldn't find my mouth calls. Had I had my mouth calls, I probably could have sealed the deal on the one that I missed.
Right. Exactly.
That might have played into my mouth call.
Right. But now you're set. You got them here. You got them over there.
Yeah. So
we'll be dealing with those, showing the people all these tricks and tips and tricks come March when we're at the Turkey Classic for Cabela's.
And you can throw everything but the kitchen sink at them, and it still won't work sometimes.
Right.
That's what's frustrating.
Deb will admit to this. We did just about everything, and it hung up at about 60 yards, and all he did was go back and forth looking at us.
Yep. He's wanting her. She's supposed to come to him. He's
right.
not supposed to go to her.
Right. And that was exactly what it is.
Yep.
And I would really like to know, because we were in a blind, when we first heard him, when he first fired off, how close he was behind us. He was close, and I know he was pointed at us.
He'd do a
circle? He circled around us. And it's like golf ball head.
Right. That's the way it goes, man.
It is. It happens. So, but definitely, now's the time to sit there in front of the TV, your office, on your way to work. Start practicing these things. Get them ready.
Get a YouTube video of somebody that's calling, and then try to pattern after that.
Tim's got a couple videos right on
okay.
He's got them on YouTube, and I think he's got them posted. Matter of fact, let me just take a quick look. He's got them posted right
On Facebook?
on Facebook. Yep.
There you go.
He's got a couple posted on Facebook. He's running his calls.
Okay.
So if you're interested in a pot call, get on Facebook, Lim Walker's Game Calls. Check him out. Check out the videos, how he runs them. He's down in West Virginia. They don't talk too much different turkey down there than they do up here.
No, and find somebody in your area. You know, if you know, you're like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't quite figure this out. NWTF is getting ready to hold a lot of their workshops right now. Take your call to them with you and have somebody show you. Find a hunting buddy who chases turkeys. Believe me, there is a lot of people around the area that hunt birds. So they hunt all across the United States.
I got this wacko serial killer to get me started.
Yeah, I don't know who that would be.
Right. NWTF, I think first weekend in April at Williams.
I think so.
Is the Flint chapter, right?
Actually, I think. Oh, there you go, breaking stuff. So I can't have anything nice in the studio.
No.
I think they might actually. I don't know if they're April or if they're March. I have to check on the date.
All right, we'll check on the date because great. You can go there. You can have them run a call for you, and they'll let you shoot a gun.
Yep, absolutely.
To feel it and to see how it feels. It's
Yep.
a 20 gauge that they let you shoot.
So, I tell you what. Let's wrap up the podcast portion here. We're running just a little bit long tonight. And talk about pattern and shotguns. There's a little trick I want to talk about in the live stream afterwards. So, for the podcast portion, we're going to wrap it up tonight. And next week, what do we got going on? What
next week, I don't know what we're going to be doing next week.
We're into March, right?
We're fearlessly marching into March.
2 weeks from now, we'll be at Cabela's.
2 weeks, we'll be at Cabela's.
Okay.
So
we'll be into something. I know that.
Yep.
All right, that'll do it for us this week, folks. All right, let me save this off, and I want to talk real quickly about pattern shotguns. Something that I've run into in the past. Actually, I've talked about it here on the show before, but for those of you who may be new to us, I want to throw it out there. Talking about patterning, you know, you got to get shells. You got to go to the range, take your gun, set everything up. That can get really expensive. Okay, so what I like to do.
You mentioned that, and I was at Bass Pro yesterday. Look, I shoot out of the 20 gauge the Remington Nitros, Turkey Nitros, and out of the 12 gauge I shoot the Winchester X.
Okay.
$10 a box.
Right.
Now, that's on the low end.
Mm-hmm.
Because from there,
you go up to 50.
It
40,
goes
50, 60 bucks a box.
Depending on what you want to shoot. So
yeah.
Totally agree. It can get expensive, especially if you're shooting in the 4-shot, 5-shot, and 6-shot range.
Yep. So taking all that into consideration, you go out and you get like maybe Jacob who wants to get out and turkey hunt. He does, you know, maybe he doesn't know all the things, the ins and outs of this, and talking about pattern shotgun. What's best? Well, I don't know. I've got two Remington 870s. One likes Winchester number 5s. The other one likes Remington number 6s. You know, in certain shells that they make for them. You know, so how do you compare or how do you figure out what your gun likes without breaking the bank? Get a couple buddies together and have everybody buy a box of shell, 2 boxes of shells.
Yep.
And start working and trading shells back and forth. You get a box. They come in what, 10s? 10s, I think. So 3 of you, you know, each of you get 3 apiece. Shoot them and see how they pattern, you know, and then switch them up. That way, if you buy 2 boxes and you buy 2 boxes, the next guy buys, that's 6 different rounds that you can compare and contrast.
Yeah, exactly. And then at the end of the day, you guys can say, okay, I shot best with this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're the same or different, here, take the shells. Those are yours for the year.
Right. Exactly.
Absolutely. And then people got to also know that you go out and you see on TV these guys that are pulling off these 60, 70, 80-yard shots with these extended range shotguns. They have practiced it.
Yep.
It's not something they were just sitting there thinking they were going to do off the top of my head.
Yeah, figure out what your effective range is.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Your effective range, if you're comfortable at 40 and don't feel it, then by all means, say 40 is your limit.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys that were doing the 60, 70, 80, they've practiced it, they're comfortable with it, they're going to take a shot at it.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I bring that up is because one of the juries got earful from viewers saying, "Why did you shoot that turkey?" I think it was at 60, 70 yards.
Okay.
And he came out and said, "Look,
I practice.
I've done it. I'm comfortable in taking the shot."
Know what my gun does.
Exactly.
Yep. You know, in practice, learning the different ranges, just when you're out walking in the woods, take a rangefinder with you.
Yep.
And stop and go, okay, I think that's 40. Range it and see, 50. Whatever your effective range is, get to know that distance intimately without it being a round target or a turkey head target out there on a bale.
With a turkey head target with a circle on it?
Yeah.
With a crosshair on it?
Yeah, get out there and practice with it and get to know that.
Exactly. So, no, it all, whether it's bow hunting,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's gun hunting, whether it's crossbow, whatever the means, practice.
Yep, absolutely.
The only thing that makes you better at it is practicing.
Anybody got any questions they want to throw out real quick before we go? I want to give a quick shout out to Tim Cias as well for the calls again. Also, he does a live stream Friday nights on Facebook called On the Limb. It's at 8 o'clock Friday nights, and I think I've caught two of them because I'm always at work.
You're at work, I'm at home, and I try to catch it. This week, matter of fact, he's going to take it on the road.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Where's he going to be?
He's going to be at a show, and I can't remember where he said. I don't know if this was the Ohio show that he was going to be at.
Same time, same Facebook channel?
Yep. And he's going to be out on the road.
Okay, right on. Good deal.
So that'd be cool.
So you guys go over there, got any questions about stuff? Got questions about his calls?
And
any of that stuff?
you don't have it.
What?
The turkey sling.
Yeah, I do.
Well, there it is.
Yep. What do you mean I ain't got it? It's right here.
Well, I didn't see it.
I forgot about it though, but yeah, I got it right here.
And he also makes Tim's turkey sling.
We talked about this on the show.
Yep. If you want to carry your turkey out of the woods, feel safe. Free up your hands to carry your seat, your whatever, your blind.
So you put the turkey's little legs in here like this, and you cinch it down, and then you got that strap right there. You throw it over your shoulder.
Yep.
And you walk out with your turkey.
And there,
your hands free.
Yep. Get a hold of Tim. He can send you one of those in blaze orange or hot pink. Both highly visible. $12 plus $3 shipping and handling. $15 get you a turkey sling.
Yep, absolutely. It's a nice way to get your bird out without having to throw it over your shoulder, worried about anything like that. It gives you fluorescent orange, or like you said, pink, for safety and high visibility when you're walking out. And this way you've got your bird like so, and that means you got that hand free.
Yep.
To maneuver, carry, whatever.
Carry your gun,
Yep.
carry your blind, carry your chair, whatever you're carrying.
So make sure you guys check those out as well.
Oh, there we go. The Mid-Ohio Valley Sportsman's Expo in Parkersburg, West Virginia. That's where he's going to be.
Ohio Valley. Okay, I was like, Mid-Ohio.
Well, yeah, so I was reading that. I'm like, well,
wait a minute here.
right?
So,
but catch Tim this Friday, 8 o'clock, same limb channel.
Yep, he's on the same limb.
He is.
So to speak.
He is. And then, people, if you don't know it, hold on real quick. Go back here at home. When we do things, we're going to be hashtagging. If you're going to get one of these calls, you're going to have to do some hashtagging for the guy. Where's the hashtag? Come on, there it is. Hashtag call him off the limb.
Call him
off the limb.
Off the limb. Okay.
Right.
That's the hashtag he's using this year for his calls.
Yeah.
There you go.
So there you go.
Alrighty. Anything else from anybody out there in Facebook land before we wrap her up tonight? We've got a few people still on here. If not, we're gonna wrap things up and
we're gonna call it a night. Get back to my office. Get this gun barrel put on that gun.
Get out to the range. Maybe we can go out to the range next weekend.
It's not. Is your range underwater?
My range has a nice drainage ditch right next to it, so I could drive out there and find out.
Hopefully the drainage ditch isn't full.
Yeah, no, it usually stays pretty dry, so, yeah, we'd have to shoot it probably the 25.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
that goes from 25 to 50, so.
Yeah, do the 25.
But, yeah, if you want to do it, we can go out there and shoot some guns. Go shoot some guns? Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's wrong with that?
All right, folks,
fellas.
We're going to
ladies.
Charles Byram.
Oh.
Yep, have a great night, y'all. Yep, you too, man, and smack some birds out there in Iowa, man. Let us know. Send us some pictures. Any scouting out there, find anything interesting, throw it over on our page. Share with us.
Yeah.
We'd love to see what you guys are up to out there. So that'll do it for us tonight, folks. We're going to sign off, and we will be back again next week.
See you later.